This is a production of The Norse Directive, a Sean Wyatt thriller, written by Ernest Dempsey, read for you by John Pirhalla. Prologue. Copenhagen, Denmark, August 1807. Francis Jackson peered through the darkness of the dim candlelight, unable to pull his eyes away from the target of his stare. He and his men had been digging relentlessly, taking 2-hour shifts in pairs, while 2 rested and 2 kept watch. They found the cave entrance exactly where they'd thought it would be, a small miracle in itself, considering it had been covered up by dirt, brush, and stones. The person who'd hidden the cavern had done a remarkably thorough job. It had almost gone unnoticed, save for the marker. The object was inconspicuous and would have been invisible to the casual observer. But when Jackson had seen the oddly shaped piece of granite jutting from the ground, he knew he was in the right place. Jackson had come to Copenhagen 3 days prior, officially on a mission of diplomacy for His Majesty, the King of England. On the record, Jackson was there to offer terms to the Danish crown prince that would basically serve as an alliance between Great Britain and Denmark. What the British really wanted was a clear route into the Baltic for trade and supply purposes. Rumor had it that Napoleon wanted the same thing, and it was purported that he'd already arranged a secretive deal with the Danes. Of course, that was the reason everyone believed Francis Jackson had come to Denmark, to arrange terms and secure the peninsula against the French. The surface story worked perfectly, giving Jackson just enough time to pursue what His Majesty really desired. Before entering the service of the royal court of Great Britain, Jackson had spent years of his life studying history. His appreciation of the past led him to become one of the foremost experts in the subject, a badge of honor that quickly resulted in an appointment with the king. Becoming an emissary for king and country was a natural fit for Jackson. His knowledge of cultures, people, and their heritage resulted in a great deal of travel to foreign countries as a delegate. It wasn't the first time the king had sent a representative to Copenhagen. 6 years prior, Great Britain had attacked the Danish navy in the straits on the edge of the city. It had been a strange battle, and one that the Danes seemed to be able to win, despite their much heavier losses. They'd kept many ships in reserve as reinforcements, and were about to send them into the battle when a flag of truce was raised. While Parliament debated whether or not the First Battle of Copenhagen was a worthwhile venture, behind closed doors another discussion took place. One of the men aboard the HMS Agamemnon, a young sailor named Jonathan Stewart.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?